What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Real Talk, and I'm here with another review for you guys today, and that's for Annabelle Creation. Check it out.
Your sister is coming after me.
Who?
An evil presence. It's because I'm the weakest.
It's the doll. The devil. Annabelle?
Alright, guys, so this movie stars Talitha Bateman, Lulu Wilson, and Stephanie Sigman, and it's directed by David F. Sandberg, and he directed Lights Out, and I believe last year's Ouija Origins of Evil. So going into this, guys, I mean, obviously I've heard the positive reviews and stuff like that, but I have not seen Annabelle, the first one, because of its negative reviews, and I know that these movies can be like really bad. Like Ouija, the first one, I was this close to walking away from it, and I don't know, horror movies lately have been, on the rise. But these especially type of ones have been, just missing lately. But I'm happy to report that this one's actually pretty good. Obviously, starting off with my negatives, guys. I just said that this movie was good, but some of the characters in the movie were like, kind of like those, just like the same characters that are in like every horror movie, or like, like the bully that, bullies the little kid, and oh, you're stupid, I don't believe you, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like those cliche characters, I don't know, I didn't like that. I know that these movies have to have like that type of characters, but I don't know, at least make them a little bit better. But I will be touching upon these characters in my positives. So there's that. I just didn't like those specifically cliche characters. So let's go on with my second negative. My second negative to this movie, guys, is basically, it's kind of like the same old horror. Like, I like the movie, but for me, it was nothing new, nothing inventive, nothing just like fresh. It was just like scares. Obviously, this story about this doll, obviously, and its creation and all this stuff. But it was just a horror movie. It wasn't, for me, nothing like super new or inventive. It's just there, It was a good watch, and if you like, those kind of movies, I would recommend it. But I mean, like I said, there's some movies recently come out like Don't Breathe, or the one I just mentioned, Lights Out. They do pretty cool, like, unique stuff, and bring new concepts to the table. And I'm not saying like everything has to be new or anything, but that's one of the things I didn't like about this movie, that it was just kind of just there. And the last negative, it's not the movie's fault at all, but I went into this movie, everything was good, I was ready to watch it. But man, in every like horror movie like this, this happened to, I believe, I don't know if it was Conjuring 1 or 2. The crowd was just annoying as hell, guys. Like, really, like, you go in there, you spend your hard-earned money, you want to sit down, get your popcorn, your soda, and just focus on the film and get transported into that world and have that experience, that theater experience. But I don't know why in horror movies there's just these stupid crowds. They're just loud, laughing all the time at like stupid moments or whatever, or what they think are stupid, and like, oh my god, don't go in there, don't open the door. It's like, really, dude? Like, just, I don't want to get too riled up and stuff like that. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the past before, but I mean, I hate those kind of crowds, like, with a passion. Like, please just sit down, put your phone away for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, and just watch the movie. You're there to watch the movie and experience it, so just please do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, I just want to say I had a bad experience watching this movie. But I don't know if that affected, my outcome in the score and everything like that, but I had to mention it here, guys. I don't know if you guys had a similar experience or something, let me know in the comment section down below. But let's get to my positives. First and foremost, like I like to do in a lot of movies, the director. David F. Sandberg is a great director from Lights Out, Annabelle Creation. Well, obviously he did this one, but Ouija Origin of Evil, and I believe he's going to be directing the upcoming Shazam movie for Warner Brothers as well. But I don't know if he actually did anything else in between those movies. I have a feeling he did something else. But from those movies, they're pretty good. I like those horror movies. They're, like I said, inventive. He actually, Lights Out was his own short film, and he actually brought it to the big screen, which it's sometimes could be a hard task to do. But obviously he deserves a lot of credit with this film, because the way he was able to set up the story, the characters, the cinematography, the sound, and everything like that, that when you're watching a horror movie, those are some of the key aspects to making a horror or scare or making you scared and stuff like that. So I think he did a really good job. But let's go on to my second positive. Surprisingly, the acting from the little girls was really well done, or really well acted, I should say. Like I said, Talitha Bateman and Lulu Wilson, I believe, were the two little main girls. Obviously, they're best friends. You know, like, hey, you know, if you get adopted, adopt me too. You know, like, not adopt me too, but like, let's go together. You know, we're not getting adopted with each other. So I thought it was really cool. And that's going to play into the story. But they were really good. Everybody, I thought, for the most part, was really good. Because in these horror movies, sometimes there's just the acting is like off. You know, they're just like, you know, like, I don't know. It's just, you can tell when they're acting. But these ones, especially Talitha Bateman, I believe so, which was the main girl. I don't want to give too much away, but I thought she did a fantastic job as well. So kudos to them. Alright guys, so the story for this film, like I was just saying, is really good and it was really well done, and I was surprised because, like I said, in these horror movies, that's something that kind of lacks the story and like the narrative. But in this film, I thought it was really well done. How, you know, obviously from the trailer, this isn't a trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. There's these parents who lose a little girl, and they're trying to get her back and stuff like that. And then obviously these two little best friends, Talitha Bateman and Lulu Wilson, how they're trying to, you know, they're going from home to home in this movie, and you know, hey, if you get adopted, like we'll get adopted together. You know, like they make a little pact and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. And throughout the story, it was just about these two little girls, and I thought that was really well done, like I keep saying. So yeah, the story was really well crafted and actually shocked me. So let's go on to my next positive. Alright, so the last thing I want to mention, guys, is the cinematography. There were some surprisingly good shots in this movie. Going to horror movies, I like to see how they're going to use lighting and, you know, how they're going to use like the monster, or in this case the doll, you know, like different scenes and different angles. Also, the sound design was really good in this movie too, because a lot of times when you are going for a scare, you use a lot of, you know, noises in the background, like footsteps or like claws or something. And I thought that with the cinematography made you kind of be in the moment, and kind of, you know, that's what makes a good scare. So I thought both of them were really well done. There's some little I don't want to give too much away, but there's some like slight nods to his David's past films in this movie, and I thought that was pretty cool, and also to future movies, but I'm not gonna say, you know, which ones because of spoilers. But like I said, cinematography and I guess sound design in this movie were really well done. So yeah, guys, overall, guys, I really like this movie, and I wish I had a fun time watching this movie. I enjoyed it, but I didn't have a fun time like I usually do because I had a dumb crowd. But that didn't really factor into the final score, which I would give Annabelle Creation a 6.5 out of 10. But if you guys really like these movies, I say go watch it. If you like these type of movies anyways, so hopefully you just don't get one of those crowds, you know. But if not, if you're on the fence about it, I would say to wait for it on Netflix or Blu-ray. But if you guys have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below, guys. And remember, I still have a giveaway going on, guys. If you have not entered, I will have a link to the video down below. Watch it, enter, and I believe it ends on the 21st, so you guys still have a few days. But other than that, guys, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at The Real Talk, Talk with 2 Ks. And as always, I'll see you at the movies. Later, guys.